Welcome to the Flora Sage Podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. I am so freaking pumped for this podcast episode. All right, I have two questions for you. One, do you use a planner, like a daily, weekly, or monthly planner? If so, has it worked for you? Has it worked for you? So the daily and weekly and monthly planner industry is a multi-million dollar a year industry because so many of us are trying to get and stay organized and try to stay on top of our busy schedules. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes some of the phases in my life have been very complicated, very busy, very, very messy as well. And I think part of the reason why the planning industry is so huge is because everybody is just trying to, well, first of all, stay afloat. But secondly, I think that we think that by writing everything down, that might help us to create the life that we've envisioned for ourselves. I mean, think about how many TikTok people that you've seen, or Instagram, or YouTube, or Facebook people that you've seen who have like an amazing life, and they're like, oh my God, this is the planner that I use. And you're like, oh my God, where do I buy it? You know, and you run out and you buy that planner. Whether it's the Mel Robbins planner, or the Brendan Burchard planner, or the Franklin Covey planner, or the next big planner that just came out on the market. We think that that is going to solve this dilemma of the life that we have in our brain that we think we know we want, our dream life, quote unquote. I talk about that in my book, versus the life that we have. Now, most of us are really happy with the lives that we have. However, there's a couple parts of it that we don't particularly like, or it's just not what we thought it would be. And we're just like, well, I have this vision of what I want, but then I don't have that. So where's the disconnect here? So what I've seen with the people that are new to working with me is that they plan out their daily to-dos, but overlook also putting in their top 4 goals or priorities in their planners. Now, over the last couple of weeks, we've looked at your priorities, the phase of life that you're in, and why you might not be getting results, okay? This is where it all comes together. So if you didn't listen to episode 56, go back and listen to it. It is a game changer. Oh my goodness. You're going to be like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. I've gotten more comments and more feedback on that one episode alone. I was like, I was blown away. I was like, oh my goodness. Wow, this really struck a chord with people. So once you get clear on the phase of life that you're in, and what your priorities, quote unquote, should be. We looked at the should be in episode 57. Again, we're not shooting on ourselves. Then you create your plan. I'm going to repeat that, okay? Once you get clear on the phase of life that you're in and what your priorities should be, then create your plan, okay? Again, most people, they open up their planner. What do I have to do today? What do I need to get done this week? And you write out all of that, but you forget to put in your future. Like if you're trying to get pregnant, or if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to sell your house, or if you're trying to pay off debt, or you want to start to really amp up your creativity. So I want to start doing dancing, or I want to start doing pottery, or I want to start doing painting. We forget to add that into our planner. So in chapter 3 of my book, in the 1 Degree Shift, I share with you how to incorporate your priorities into your daily life and what it looks like in real time. When you know where you're headed, you know what your daily actions should be. I'm going to repeat that. When you know where you're headed, then you know what your daily actions should be. Again, we're not shoulding on ourselves. We're breaking those old patterns of staying with the status quo. We talked about that in episode 57. So again, we're not talking massive actions. We're not talking like 20 steps here, okay? I'm talking about a single step taken daily to help you get closer to where you want to be without throwing yourself so far off of your regular routine that it's disruptive and causes chaos in your life. That's the thing. Like, seriously, this is the reason why I wrote this book, you guys, The 1 Degree Shift. This is the reason why, because I've been helping people for over 24 years. That is not me bragging. That is me humbly saying I've been of service to you guys for 24 years, and it's freaking epic. And I owe it to you guys to share with you the patterns that I've seen. And the patterns that I've seen is that so many people out there are saying, oh, go big or go home. You've got to hustle hard, yada, yada, yada. You've got to do all this and blah, blah, blah. And that's just going to lead to overwhelm. That's going to throw you into chaos. That's going to be so disruptive to your life that shit's going to hit the fan, and not in a good way. Trust me, I have seen this happen. I've experienced it happen. And slow and steady does win the race. I'm telling you that. I mean, this is something, if I could just tell you one thing, it would be that. Figure out what you want and be willing to take one baby step every single day. That would be it. In a nutshell, what I would recommend. My whole book is helping you get rid of the blocks that are keeping you from taking action, from being able to take that one next step. So when you, the benefit of taking just one step is that now you still have your regular routine, but you've added one tiny thing, just one teeny tiny little thing. Boom. That's not enough typically to disrupt your life or cause chaos. Okay? It might cause a little bit of discomfort. Excuse me. It might cause a little bit of whining to yourself, like, fuck, I don't want to do this workout, but I know I'm going to feel good after. So, one tiny baby action, one tiny baby step is enough to get you closer to where you want to be without throwing you so off kilter and so far off your routine that it gets disruptive or cause chaos in your life. Yes, I've repeated that a couple times because this is huge, okay? So in the show notes, I've linked 2 simple and minimalistic planners that you may find helpful. I don't want you to just go, oh my God, Flora says I should buy this, so I'm gonna go buy this. That is not what I'm saying, okay? If you have a planner that you love, that works for you, I recommend you do this. Figure out, like, go back and listen to 56 and 57 if you didn't do so already, okay? And then ask yourself, what is my goal? Like, what is the one thing that I've been working towards or I've been thinking about for years that I really want to do this? It could be learn French. It could be lose weight. It could be get pregnant. It could be pay off debt, whatever that is. Figure out what you want to do and then ask yourself, what's one action? Not 10, not 5, okay? What's one action I can take every day that will or might get me closer to achieving my goal? One thing, and put it in your calendar, put it in your planner so that you have to check it off, okay? Because the thing is when you disrupt your life, it causes chaos. This is a tiny little thing that you plop in, and it shifts your life just enough to where all of a sudden you notice, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Hey, something is different. And then tomorrow you do one more step. Again, it shifts just a teeny bit. Something feels different. The next day you do one more step. And then another, and then another. And this is huge, huge. So if you have a planner you already love and use, and it's fabulous and it works wonderful for you, keep doing it, keep using it, but add a step for your future self. okay? Add a step for your future self. And you can figure out what your top 4 priorities are and add those, okay, if you want to. Now, if you don't currently love your planner, if you're not in love with it, if it's not working for you, if you don't have a planner, then, like I said, I've got 2 links in the show notes for a planner. So the first link is a monthly planner. And this is so that you can see your monthly events, your monthly activities, your appointments, and where you can note your milestones. Now, this is a very minimalistic book, okay? It's just like, it's called the Small Monthly Planner. And they have a mini one, they have a large one, but you literally open it and it's just like squares. Please just click on the link to look at it. It's hilarious, but it works. It's so simple. And you pretty much just write down, this is the month, and then you fill in the dates. And then you fill out, if you have like appointments, you can use that for just basically so you can have like a month at a glance, okay? The second link is a super simple yet effective weekly and daily planner to help you stay on track with your goals, your priorities, and your daily tasks. And it's all there in one simple formula. Literally, you open it up and you have the entire week right in front of you. Okay, super simple, super effective, and it also has a habit tracker on there, which I love. Again, we talked about this in my book, in section 3 of my book, Habit Tracker. Those of you who have done private coaching with me, you've gotten my 90-day habit tracker checklist and download. It's awesome. My people just love this. It's so good, which you can only get if you work with me privately. So, planning doesn't have to overwhelm you, okay? It doesn't have to overwhelm you. It doesn't have to make you feel like shit because you keep failing to achieve the things that you want to. Sometimes you just need a simpler way to see what you're doing. Sometimes you just need another perspective. So if you are craving support, if you are craving someone to keep it real with you and give it to you straight, call you out on things, on patterns and things that they may see from you, I do have spots available for my private coaching. I have private coaching, I have business coaching, but in any case, allow yourself to say, how long have I been trying to do this on my own? And am I ready to have someone hold me accountable so that I can finally make this stick? So that I can finally achieve the things that I keep telling myself and telling everybody else that I'm going to achieve one day. Don't wait, or it's going to be another year and you're still going to be in the same space. Again, if you'd like my support, click the link in the show notes. Let's get coaching. I am so freaking pumped about this. Now, remember, you got to be willing to do one baby step each day and shift just 1 degree. And that 1 degree shift is going to help you create a life that you've always dreamed of and that you're really super freaking excited about. I hope this serves you today. I love you, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to today's podcast episode. All links mentioned are in today's show notes.